What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. We're ready to get into the full swing of this week, and Noah's birthday's tomorrow, so it is a big week, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
But this podcast is presented by Macy's. It is time to get cozy this fall and winter. Grab your sweaters, grab your coats, your jackets, your boots. It's time to soak in the coziness of Macy's this fall and winter.
They have an amazing selection of coats, sweaters. Like you said, I have been kind of going through like a boot obsession. There isn't a boot I haven't seen that I haven't loved recently.
Me too.
And Macy's has some amazing boots.
I just got a new pair from Macy's, Steve Madden. I got a nice tall beige pair over the knee,
So-
ready to wear this
so
fall
cute.
and winter.
Love a tall boot, a knee-high boot, stiletto boot, chunky boot, all the boots, really. Macy's has a great selection, so you can get cozy with your sweaters, but then also kind of get ready for some nights out. Maybe get some good boots, walking around boots, but then going out boots as well.
Right. You need
Boots
all the
for
boots.
all occasions.
All occasions.
And
you could shop those at Macy's and get cozy, like we said, with their sweaters, their jackets, as well as, don't forget the boots, like we said, shop at Macy's.com or go to a local Macy's store near you. And if you're in the city, go to Herald Square. Why not? Go to the big Macy's. Soon enough, it's going to be all decked out in Christmas attire. So
seriously.
It's right around the corner. All right, let's get into the rest of the show. How are we feeling, ladies and gentlemen, on this lovely Monday morning?
Great.
That's awesome. Noah, how are we feeling? Birthday boy.
Great. I feel great. Yeah.
29.
How do you feel approaching the end of your 20s? This is your last year. Is it in your 20s?
Honestly, my mom said that to me and I didn't think about it. And then when you put it like that, it's kind of scarier, but
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. Because I think back to like, did I have the same feeling when I was 19? I don't like, my teenage years it was probably more cool. Like,
no,
oh,
when
wow,
you're
I'm
19,
20.
you are dying. You're just trying to get to 21.
Yeah, you're trying
Right.
to
It's just a race.
You will do anything just to get to 21.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'll go backwards.
We were just talking right before the show started, and Noah said, like, now he could put 29 on his dating apps. And I was
Well, I
like...
didn't say, I was like more like, like that's what I'm like disappointed about.
But I said 29 is like
No,
a
I
good
think
age.
29 is a good age.
It's a good age. And Noah was like, yeah, I come across more mature, even though I'm not.
Right. right.
It's a secret.
I seem like a guy heading into my 30s, but
really, it's just a mere 19-year-old.
Yeah. Hey, maybe something will happen and something will click and I'll be a different person.
maybe.
No, you keep being you.
We won't be holding our breath.
Yeah, you keep being you over there. Happy, beautiful birthday. A day early.
A day
and
early.
then tomorrow we'll celebrate even more on your actual day of birth. How was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic. I was in DC for one of my best friend's weddings. It was just spectacular. I don't know if I'll ever go to a wedding like that again in my life. It was gorgeous. Just DC black tie, marvelous. Like, I walked into the ballroom. I guess you could really call it a ballroom. And my jaw was on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It was so beautiful. And she looked stunning and they were so happy. I sobbed like a baby during their first dance where Joe was like, do you need to go to the bathroom? You're get it together. They did their first dance to Jersey Girl. And they met down the shore and it's just so much of their story. And I was there for basically all of it. And oh my God, he just started twirling her, and it was like sha la 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 la. I'm in love with the Jersey Girl, and I just was sobbing uncontrollably.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Truly, oh my God, it was beautiful. But the dance ended, we all kind of got one on the dance floor, and I walked up. She looked at me, and was like, "Are you?" It's like, no, it was me and her cousin, just making eye contact. Both of us just full blown ugly crying. But no, it was really really great. Just another fantastic weekend. It was beautiful. We were kind of joking. Madeline was like, yeah, all my wedding stuff is inside. So we really could have swapped weather. Everything would have been okay. It was 75, 80. It was 80 degrees on Sunday. Beautiful, sunny.
Yeah.
We went down to the waterfront. We had a beautiful day. But everybody just had the nicest things to say. Great speeches. Billy crushed it again. Billy's on the circuit.
He had another speech?
He's co-best man again.
Oh my God.
He was co-best man.
I can see why.
For this
I can
wedding.
see why.
Yes. And crushed it once again. Fantastic.
God.
Everybody was
Wish
dying.
I was able to see.
No, I know.
Send me the tapes.
I know. Thankfully, this was at the wedding, so I'm sure the videographer has the whole thing for us all
was this one like centered
to
around
watch
a
back.
movie as well?
No, it was
Structured around a movie? No,
it was not. But it was funny because once he did it with the groom's brother, little him and egg situation, So they were just great. They were fantastic.
Damn, that sounds amazing.
Once again, and Madeline's sister was amazing. So it was just beautiful. Ugh, gosh, it's just really, really stunning. We had a great weekend. I'm so happy for them.
I texted Madeline because
it's also funny. We were Madeline and I were right next to each other.
Oh my God.
Because we were all still together, and she was like, "Oh, she just texted me." I was like, "She just texted me."
I couldn't stop talking about Fran's friend Madeline did maybe the best thing I've seen somebody do at a wedding for their second dress reveal. I saw it on her story and I screen recorded it and sent it to everybody I know. I was like, this is genius.
Yeah.
Number one, props to her for thinking of this because it was so creative and funny, and she is very funny. So I was like, this makes sense, but wow. Number two, I was like, why the fuck did I not think of this? I was like, this is genius. She did. Her band sang Like a Prayer by Madonna, and she came out with a white choir coat on for the beginning part of it, and then when it got to the chorus, ripped the choir coat off, and she was in her second party dress. Genius.
Fantastic.
Because of the way the song goes, it starts off very life is, and then it's very choir, and then all of a sudden boom. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I couldn't stop. I was blown away. I've watched it 40 times. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible.
No, major pop star.
It was amazing. And then I went into
it was so good. And it just, the party dress fit that so well. It was, silver, bedazzled, the fringe.
It was so Madonna.
Yeah, it was.
It was amazing. And then I went into the shower after that and I just played Like a Prayer on repeat. And I was like, what a moment she must have had up there. That is incredible. It was so cool. I texted her 10 times in a row. At one point I was like, I'm being annoying how much I'm being this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Everybody's jaw was on the floor because we did not know she was doing that. That was a secret from literally everybody. I think her sister knew, but we all did not know she was doing that. And so when it happened, we were just like, oh my God. But it was just, like we said, major pop star moment because the band was kind of hyping it up like they had a special guest. And so we were also all like, holy shit, who's coming out to perform? We were like, oh my God. And then Madeline came out and she just, brought the house down. Also, truly, it was insane.
The balls you have to do that, at your own wedding.
It's so good.
Knowing you're going to get a good crowd reaction because it can go south. People can be like, what the hell is going on? But the videos I saw was somebody was at a Taylor Swift concert and she brought out Taylor Lautner doing the backflips on stage. People were like, what? Screaming.
Truly. At one point we were doing the hands back and forth and the whole crowd was doing it. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Pop star moment. It was incredible. It was genuinely so creative and so funny and so much fun. I was like, oh my God, what a fun moment. I loved watching it from afar. I was like, oh my God, it's so cool.
It was stunning.
But it sounds like an amazing weekend, an amazing wedding. Noah, you've been to a lot of concerts in the past week. How's your weekend?
Yeah, that was my concert run there.
You had 3 this week, right?
Four.
Oh, wow.
4 in 7 days, and I was planning to go to 5, but I was kind of fatigued.
Couldn't do it.
And Stevie Wonder, sorry Stevie. It's not like he's not going to see me in the crowd,
Oh,
come on.
But no, I went to a lot of concerts, and last night was honestly shout out Marcus King. That was one of the greatest concerts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Can you rank your concerts this week?
From this week?
I was going to say, which name the other ones.
So I saw Sting on Monday at the same place that I saw Marcus King last night, and he was incredible.
What was the venue?
Brooklyn Paramount, which reopened this year. And it's honestly like one of the like prettiest venues you'll ever you feel like you're in a church looking up. So you want me to rank them?
Yeah, 1 through 4.
I'll do Marcus King number 1, Sting number 2, and then Tedeschi night 2, Tedeschi night 1.
Wow, so night 2 was better than night 1. So
I was on the floor in like GA night 2, so there, this was like one of the first venues where I was in the balcony the first night with my mom, and like I've been to many theaters and like everyone can stand up, whatever. Like everyone was sitting, and anyone who stood up, it was like a major fight. Like, sit down, we can't see. I mean, there was a lot of like older people. I guess it was in Portchester, but I'm like, I didn't stand up because I'm like, I don't feel like getting in a fight. But I was on the side of everyone who's standing up. I'm like, it's just a concert. Like, you should be allowed to stand up and dance if you want to.
Yeah, it's a concert.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I think I have like a now I'm off for a couple weeks.
You got your concerts in. You need a little break.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a lot of live music.
Don't worry, we're gonna perform for you a lot of times in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, true. Like, true. No. But yeah, great week of concerts, and yeah.
Sounds lovely.
Beautiful.
Sounds nice. I basically did nothing all weekend, which I needed. Like, I genuinely really, really needed it.
I had a spectacular weekend, but I'm jealous. Like, everybody was like, oh my God, friend, like, when did you get home? I was like, yesterday.
Yeah, you're like, I'm hanging on by
like, I'm really, really, like, my body's about to just give out.
Yeah, I was having that sort of weekend where I just had I really, really needed some rest. I was like really needing some rest. So I did that this weekend. Super chill, a lot of long walks around the water. The weather was beautiful. So just like a lot of outdoor walks around our apartment area. We did go to dinner Saturday night with Matt's mom. It was lovely. We had such a good dinner at a steakhouse in Hoboken.
Yum.
Dino and Harry's, which is really good.
Steakhouse name.
Yeah, it is. Like when you got the double name, Dino and Harry's, you're like, that's a good steakhouse.
And you're like, that's a steakhouse.
No, the corn creme brulee there, it's just a 10 out of a 10. It's amazing. But yeah, super, super chill, relaxation. Watched a lot of TV, soaked in the weather outside, ate like good brunch in local restaurants. Love just it. Like a nice weekend at home.
Yeah, exactly. Just
like
a good,
really, really needed.
A good fall weekend where it's like still nice out. You can go do stuff, walk around. No, my friends too, especially, it's like everybody's been on the fall wedding circuit, and things are starting to slow down a little bit. And I was cracking up because my friend Allie yesterday was like, Fran, are you here like this next weekend? I was like, oh yeah, I'm home. I don't have any plans. I'm so excited. Yeah. She just goes, do you want to just like go for a walk?
yeah, that's exactly.
She was like, we don't have to have it go anywhere. No. Like, not even like we don't have to have like, I'm not even asking to like stop anywhere. Let's just go for a walk.
Just go for a nice walk.
It's like, Allie, that sounds amazing. Count me in.
No, it's really needed sometimes just to slow everything down.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did, and I'm feeling like a world of difference today. Coming into the day today, I'm feeling like I needed a nice refresh, which I feel like I got, because we are traveling every single week until December 5th, starting this week.
Yep.
So, but schedule is mostly going to remain the same for podcasts. Besides just a couple, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
everything's mostly remaining the same, so we'll give everyone a heads up for that. And of course, there are still tickets on sale for Kansas City and Nashville. We are going to be in Nashville for the entire weekend. Our show's Friday night, and then we're doing a little meet and greet on Saturday. And then we'll be there all weekend. So if you're thinking about making a trip out of it, grab your friends, come along. It's going to be so much fun. And yeah, we're super excited.
Gonna be so fun. I'm so excited for Nashville.
I'm so excited for every tour stop. I'm just so excited to get back on stage, to meet all of our beautiful listeners in person again. It's like the greatest experience to meet everyone who listens to this show in person. It's so much fun. So I can't wait. We're starting off. We got a couple of things before the tour starts. Yeah. Great guests. Yeah, we have a couple of things before our tour starts. We're going to LA next week for something cool as well. So we'll keep everyone in the loop, keep everyone updated, and
that's next week, huh?
Yeah, that is next week.
Jeez. Yeah.
That is next week.
Just sneaks up on you.
Yeah, it's next week. But yeah, can't wait. And let's get into the rest of the show. I watched some things I'm really excited to talk about for Weekly Watch Report.
Good.
So we'll get into the topics.
Because I am behind.
Yeah, I could imagine you're probably a little bit behind. That makes sense. All right, we're going to be talking about Kayla Nicole, Travis Kelce's ex, on Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. It seems like she may have pissed some people
She
off.
ruffled some feathers.
Teyana Taylor included. Jason Tartick and Kat Stickler broke up. They announced that they have broken up. Jason Tartick from Bachelor Nation,
Love is
Kat
dead.
Stickler, TikTok.
Love is dead.
Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek had a bizarre exchange at the Balenciaga show. I didn't know people were still going to the Balenciaga shows, but I guess they are. Taylor and Travis and Kylie and Timothée Chalamet, a little New York City, not together, but a lot of New York City.
Wow, that would be something.
That would really break the news.
Yeah.
Some New York City outings, and Joe Jonas was seen with a mystery woman, and we have a Weekly Watch Report. So let's get into the topics.
We love Abercrombie's products, everything that they are selling, but you know what we really love? Their sweaters. Their sweaters are fantastic. They are comfortable. They are soft. You can dress them up, dress them down. They are great. They come in a variety of yarn and stitches and also different necklines, which is fun. You can pair them with Abercrombie's viral low-rise baggy jeans or a nice Sloan pant or their mini skirts. So many different ways to mix and match their amazing sweaters. Abercrombie drops new stuff every single week, so make sure to download the app or visit Abercrombie.com. We are always stocked with our Abercrombie items. I mean, even just today, I got my Abercrombie Eagles t-shirt on. If you haven't shopped their NFL collection, they have amazing products that I absolutely live in, especially during football season. So if you have a favorite team, you could go check that out. You know, even if you want to combine the two, they have sweaters for maybe your favorite team. I have some Eagle sweaters that are amazing and so comfortable. So make sure you're shopping for all those sweaters on Abercrombie. You can shop new arrivals every week at Abercrombie, which is so great. To be able to see the new things that they're dropping every week, once again, at Abercrombie.com.
So Kayla Nicole went on Angel Reese's podcast. It's called Unapologetically Angel. And I hate just describing somebody as somebody's ex. But this is what is happening right now, is that Kayla Nicole is Travis Kelce's ex, and that's what's in the news right now. But she went on and she talked, I think this was the biggest ruffling of the feathers, was with Teyana Taylor. Kayla Nicole told a story of pettiness where she said in a past situationship, when the guy left her for another woman who was famous at the time. At the time, she said. She then dressed as that woman for Halloween. People dug and they found that woman to be Teyana Taylor. So clearly this past situationship Kayla Nicole had was with Iman Shumpert.
Yeah.
And Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor are no longer together. They split up fairly recently in the past year or so. And Teyana Taylor was not pleased with this from Kayla Nicole. She went on Instagram and wrote, "It's really crazy that everyone is allowed to bother me and be distasteful. Everybody gets to play while I move with grace, always. But now I want to have a little Sagittarius fun too, and it's a problem. Laughing face. Fuck the Iman part. I'm divorced and happily so. However, her choice of words were very distasteful and uncalled for. She knew exactly what she was doing. That lady said she was famous at the time. Also said, I don't care who sees it. It was very distasteful and uncalled for. Most importantly, she knew people would dig. So automatically my name is attached to this nonsense. At that point, she didn't even need to at me. That was clearly a quick search. My name was trending without an at before even saying a word. That's how I seen it. LOL, on top of the fact that the math wasn't mathing and the facts weren't facting, however, the level of cringe factor was. I'm finding out, just like the world, that her intentions were ill and petty. She pulled the black card when it came to Taylor Swift, but in the same circle turned around and tried to bully the black woman that was married to her situationship she claimed dumped her for me. Dressing up like me for what? Crazy part about it all is I actually showed love under her pic when she posted it, like I did the other big number of people that dressed up as me for Halloween. Whole time I didn't even know she was being shady. Now I do. So in that case, petty panties on. I had my little fun. I said what I said, and now I'm done and head back to set. So I feel like it must be a little disorienting to be Teyana Taylor. You see somebody dress up for you as Halloween. Kayla Nicole crushed it, by the way. The pictures of her, she crushed the Teyana Taylor Halloween. Teyana Taylor comments under it, and come to find out, she was just being petty the entire time because she was mad, I guess, Iman Shumpert dumped her for Teyana Taylor.
I would have been pissed too, because it's just a little, like she said, it's just a level of unnecessary where it's just like the little side comments. And there's a difference when you are being asked like, oh, of course you're talking about petty things you've done in the past. There's a way to kind of do it where you're like, oh, like I did this, it was blah blah, like to show that you're kind of maybe embarrassed that you did it, But like the way she retold the story was like, oh, she was famous at the time. It's like, okay, well now you're still being petty.
Right. Teyana Taylor is famous.
Yeah, you're still being petty.
Yeah.
Retelling this petty story. So I don't blame her, Teyana, that is, for having that commentary. Long comment. Long comment, but I get that. That's just like, you're just sometimes it's not the mean things that are said about you. It's like the silly, petty things that you're just like, well, what the fuck is that?
Right. And it's like, it must be confusing because it's like, well, she did dress up as her.
Yeah.
And saying she was famous at the time. Teyana Taylor is famous. So like, you don't have to say she's famous at the time. She's a famous woman.
And if you're like, oh shit, I when she did that, I thought it was so cool. Like you're like a little embarrassed.
Right. It's like now Teyana Taylor has to be like a little bit embarrassed because she's like, wait, I thought that was cool. She looks sick. I commented on her picture. But really she was just doing it because she was mad that because like Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert were married. Like at that point, you know what I mean? They did the music video together. That's what this was from the Fade music videos, Kanye's songs. Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert did that music video together. I remember when it premiered, everyone went crazy for that music video. But now it's just like, why even mention this? I felt like this podcast was a lot of baiting. Like Angel Reese was saying like to Kayla Nicole, like
Angel wanted her to say some shit.
She said to her like, oh, I loved you and Travis together. It's like Travis is clearly very happy in a new relationship. Kayla then goes to
that was lame of Angel to say.
Very, very lame and just unwarranted and not the place for it. Like you want to tell her off and also you love them together. Well, you saw some pictures of them on a red carpet. Right. Like, did you know them personally? It just felt like a misplaced comment. You could tell her off camera, like, oh, I loved watching you guys together. I don't really know much about Kayla Nicole and Travis's relationship or what they posted or whatever. If they made videos together, I really don't know. But if they did, then, go. But then also it's shade to Travis and Taylor. It's also... Kayla Nicole doesn't want to hear that either. Like she's not in the relationship anymore. So you want to hear, oh, I love when you and your ex were together. Nobody wants to hear that. So it's like unnecessary.
And I'm sure it's just a topic that she doesn't even really want to talk about that much also because it is going to get picked up and dissected because so much.
It has been because Kayla, she was asked about if her and Travis have been in the same place, and she said they've been together in public spaces, but they both know and acknowledge. And she said with his new situation, like she didn't say in his new relationship or like she just called it a new situation, which I'm trying to like just give her grace in that moment of like she probably doesn't even want to even say the words relationship because then if she says that, it gets picked up. But then when you say new situation, it sounds like you're only referring it, you're like belittling what the relationship is.
And you're kind of like blaming it on Taylor that, oh, they would be able to talk and be cool if it wasn't for Taylor, Right. When it's like, no, you were in a relationship. It's over. Moved on.
You could just say, like, hey, we've both moved.
We're cordial. That's, Yeah. You don't have to even mention any new thing.
No, you could just say, hey, we both have moved on and we're cordial. It's fine. Done. Easy. Move along. It felt like this podcast was just like a lot of baiting into finding things that could be made into headlines with Taylor or Travis, and then turned into the whole Teyana thing, which I didn't even think it had to go that route, and it did.
Yeah.
But it felt like Angel Reese was just kind of like making comments that just didn't need to be said when it came, like, especially the "I loved you guys together." It's like that just doesn't need it. It's over. They're not together anymore. Nobody, neither her or Travis, wants to hear that. No. It's done. Nobody wants to hear that. So move along.
No, and it's just like you're just even as the guest, like I would just never.
No, it's uncomfortable.
Like I would never say that to somebody about their ex. Like
no, that's what I'm saying. Kayla doesn't want to hear it, and Travis doesn't want to hear it. Like it's disrespectful to both of them to say something like that. Like it's like having
and
somebody
you just don't know
here.
what happened like behind closed doors. Like it's just like. Okay.
Exactly. It's just uncomfortable and disrespectful all around. Like I'm trying to think of a guest that we've had here and have been like if we had, oh, by the way, God, we got to talk about that, Chase Stokes and Madeline Klein. But if we had Chase Stokes sitting here, which we probably never will ever again, but if we had Chase Stokes sitting here and we were like, oh, we loved when you and Madeline were together. And he's like so happy in a relationship with Kelsey Ballerini. It'd be fucking bizarre.
People would be like, what the fuck?
And what's he supposed to say? Thanks? Like he's not going to be like,
oh, thanks.
Like that's weird. Yeah. Like you just don't do that. Like people don't want to hear that. It's just disrespectful all around to Kayla and to Travis. Yeah. So that was a big no. And Teyana Taylor, she felt like that was petty, and it was petty. So she said it, and then I guess she moved along with her day, maybe or maybe not. Maybe she kept being pissed online.
She did post on Instagram like everything that she has coming up, like everything. Like she's like booked and busy. And she's like, I got a lot. I am famous. Yeah, and look at all the things that I'm doing.
By the way, I am still famous.
Yep. And look at all the like projects I have coming up.
I want to elaborate on that Chase Stokes comment I just made. So Chase Stokes. Excuse me, Mr. Penn Badgley as well.
Yeah.
We need to have a little talking to. Apparently Chase Stokes has erased any memory of coming on Chicks in the Office from his brain. The 3 times he was on have disappeared into the clouds, and he doesn't remember it anymore.
Roll the
tapes. Roll the tapes, Noah. Roll the fucking tapes.
All right, everyone, we are here with 2 very special guests, Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes. They play John B. and Sarah Cameron in Netflix's new show, Outer Banks. Chase Stokes is here, special guest. He's been on the show.
Just throw it in.
Yeah, he's been on the show a few times before. You guys know him. You're big fans of him. Special guest and reoccurring guest now, Chase Stokes. Welcome back.
I feel like I need an honorary position on Chicks in the Office now. Like I need some credit.
Yep. 3 times he's been on. Millions of views. Millions. It's not like it flew under the radar. Where's the fucking sign? I would die for John B. I'm about to rip it down. He goes on Pod Crushed with Penn Badgley. Penn Badgley says, it's a first for you, your first podcast. And Chase Stokes says, yeah, you're breaking me in. It's my first podcast.
Yeah, the way Penn said it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, like your first podcast I've heard. He's like, yeah.
He goes, you're breaking me in?
Now I'm really, really trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and that maybe Penn Badgley was like supposed to say in person, like first in-person sit down podcast that you're like actually doing more of like an in-depth long form interview in person. And maybe Chase didn't want to like correct him in that moment of like, but that the in-person part was never said. So it did just come across like his first podcast ever. And it's just not like, not only has Chase done our podcast, he's done other podcasts.
He's done other podcasts,
which is why I'm like, there's no way that's what they were meant to say. And even that, it's like, okay, Pod Crush production team, maybe you don't like, clearly Penn Badgley is being told that by somebody to be like, oh, by the way, you should bring up that it's Chase's first podcast. I was like, it's not
his first. If they said it's Chase's first podcast in person, I would have never even heard about this.
Right.
But the amount of DMs from girls being like, you won't believe it.
Yeah.
Chase Stokes was on Pod Crush and said it's his first podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, now we're offended and it's disrespectful to us, Chase, because we were there at the front lines of Outer Banks. We made it our whole fucking personality during COVID. When we were on lockdown, it was like Outer Banks, buy our sweatshirts. And yet
Yeah.
We're forgotten about. And you know what? So be it.
I know. Like I said,
I still
I'm
watch
really
the show.
trying to
I
give
still
the
support.
benefit of the doubt. Where it's like,
I still support,
yeah.
but
Would have been absolutely hilarious though if Penn it's also funny because it's just a world they never leave it in. Like it would get edited out 100% if Penn Badgley was like, "Heard it's your first podcast, right?" And he was like, "No, actually, been on Chicks in the Office like a bunch." Like, they would have been like, "Oh, cut that."
yeah, nope.
No, that's not the narrative.
No.
That's not the story we're telling here.
Chase Stokes fully goes about his life acting like he's never been on this podcast. He wants nothing to do with us. Anytime he's invited back on the show, it's a no. He literally wants nothing to do with us. And maybe it's because of reactions like these. I don't know, but but so be it then. So be it.
I know.
We still support, and I watched Outer Banks this weekend, so we'll talk about it. But
I know. I was still really.
I
once
still
again,
love him and Kelsey Ballerini together.
obsessed with them. Ugh,
They're
gosh.
so cute, and
Yeah.
I'll eat it up every time. But like,
I know.
I'm just like, show just a little respect to the people that were around when you were just starting out.
Yeah,
Chase.
yeah.
Maybe we're still in the same place, but show a little respect, okay?
I know.
Just saying.
I like to live in the. I'm like, maybe he just doesn't know. How many times we've tried to get him back on the show.
You think he has no idea?
I don't
We've
know.
DM'd
It's like
him.
Yeah. No, that for sure. But I mean, like, I don't know how many times. Like, you think his agent is like, "Wow, here come these Chicks in the Office girls. They've reached out again."
And he's like, hang up.
Yeah.
Ignore.
Maybe
Yeah.
he thinks you're just still trying to get on the show.
What?
Yeah,
that,
maybe.
that Ria's like just trying to get on the show still, and he's
Yeah,
worried.
yeah,
like,
maybe.
he's like, maybe he's embarrassed that he wasn't able to get you on the show.
I don't care about getting on the show anymore.
No, but we had something there. We had something there for a little bit.
We did.
Yeah.
We had
We
a
did.
good rapport going.
He was talking about us on other shows.
Wait.
We had mutual friends.
In the clips that we have him on our show, he's like, I need to be added as a third to Chicks in the Office.
Yeah,
He's like,
no,
I'm
like
on
we
an
were-
honorary chair.
Yeah,
No longer.
I know.
Sometimes
He still
relationships.
follows us on Instagram.
Yeah, sometimes.
Not for long.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
this could be the end of that.
It could be. It could be. And if so,
And who we wouldn't blame you.
I
at
don't
this point.
blame you. I'm just getting stuff off my chest.
Yeah. Damn you, Penn Badgley. Look what you did.
Seriously. Fucking
This is Penn's fault.
Gossip Girl.
Seriously. Ugh, God damn.
This is so Gossip Girl of
Yeah.
him to start this drama.
Right?
Okay, moving on. Oh shit, we're all joking here.
Yeah.
Jason Tartick and Kat Stickler
Ah,
broke up. What is the world gonna
why,
do?
God?
What's the world gonna do without their Clorox ads? What are we gonna do without them?
I know.
What are we gonna do without Jason's cheesy ass Instagrams? I'm sorry.
He'll find ones to do as a single man. Don't worry.
Oh God. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so Kat made an Instagram story. Hers was like quick and to the point. And I respected her Instagram story. She's like, we post together, it's over, blah blah.
Yeah.
She seemed like upset in her Instagram story because when I saw Jason's before I saw Kat's.
Right, which was just like a written thing.
He wrote a written thing. I'm sad to share that Kat and I are no longer together. It's fair to say that I love hard with all my heart and I fall fast. Sometimes in life that works out and other times it doesn't. This time it didn't. Kat has brought me so much happiness and light. She brought our parts of me I never knew existed. I will forever be grateful for her and of course sweet MK. I just feel like he didn't have to mention her child in that. This chapter closes amicably, another opens. I'll be rooting for her happiness, and I'm also rooting for mine with like a patched heart. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'll be rooting for her happiness, and I'm also rooting for mine. It's just, dramatic. And then Kat, and so then I saw that, and I was like, ooh, did Kat break up with him? But then when I saw Kat's story, I was like, did he break up with her?
Right.
It seemed more like she was kind of just like,
I don't know.
At a
maybe
loss a little bit.
Right. Maybe it was like a logistics thing. Like they were honeymoon phase, like obsessed with each other. And then when things started to settle a little bit, it's like they live in different places, different things going on. I don't, who knows? Total speculation. We have absolutely no idea. But it is always crazy when you see the couple that is so social media forward when they are together, the ads, the content, the videos, the events, everything that they're doing together. And while it does seem like the relationship wasn't maybe that long because like publicly it was a shorter amount of time. Like they were together for, this is a guesstimate from my own brain of like, it seemed like almost the same amount of time in those early months when they weren't public, but they were clear, like you could see them in the back of photos together, like things like that when they were relationship had just started, and then their public relationship. And now when it ends, it's just like, oh yeah. And you're like, well, wait a second. You were just running through the airport to make sure you guys were going to be together. Like, and it's just
you have your
snap of the
it's
fingers.
messy when the kid is involved and you're posting videos of the kid and running into the arms, and it's like that makes me feel sad for this little girl. I don't even like talking about it because it just feels icky to be talking about like somebody's child, but when it's involved in it, you can't help it. But I like my heart hurts for this little girl that like gets attached to Jason, like maybe looks at him like a father figure, and all of a sudden he's gone, and it's like you're running to him in the airport, and then you have to explain to her, no, Jason's not going to come home anymore. Like it's just a whole thing that I feel sorry about. But yeah, they shine really bright, really fast, and then all of a sudden I knew when the ad stopped that something was awry.
Right,
because the ads were coming weekly. They were coming often, heavy and often. Pizza Hut, Clorox, whatever they could do.
Swiffer.
Sorry, I keep saying Clorox. I don't think that was one
I think
of
it
them.
was. I think
it was Swiffer.
Yeah, Swiffer.
I always wondered, I'm like, who's getting, like, how are they splitting this 50-50, depending on the count? I don't know.
Yeah.
Jason, with his mind, who knows? He's probably trying to swindle as much money as he can out of that.
Honestly, you know, at least they made their money while they could.
Yeah.
As for the
that's true.
couple content.
That is true. It's so sick. It's so sick in the head. But I did immediately go, oh man, I'd love to see Caitlin Bristow's reaction. Like my head was like, ooh, I'd love to see Caitlin Bristow's reaction to this.
Right. She's just walking the dogs down the streets of Nashville with like a little more pep in her step.
Right. She's like,
no commentary needed.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Right. Like not saying anything. Like
she's playing like she just types in like very happy playlist and she's just skipping along the street. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting because people either, I think they were polarizing. I think people either loved their content together, over the top content, or they were like, get this off my fucking feed.
Totally.
How shocked would you be if Jason and Caitlin got back together at some point?
Got floored. It's not.
Really?
It's not happening. Yeah.
I don't know.
They're like almost a perfect match for each other.
I feel like
It didn't end well.
Yeah, I feel like it didn't end well, and I think that Caitlin,
because they both are gonna want to do their same thing. Like Caitlin's issues with like him wanting like the business that he is now in, and her allegedly not liking that. Like he's not leaving that anytime soon.
They both want to be in this business so bad. They're so perfect for each other.
Right.
You know, it's like just make it work, you two crazy kids.
Yeah, I don't
imagine the money.
It's so not happening.
Imagine the money they would get if they got back together.
Yeah, I know.
You got to think Jason's brain is thinking a little bit like that.
Definitely not Caitlin's.
No. Oh, man. Well, moving on. Shit. Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek. Bizarre interaction at this Balenciaga show.
Weird video.
It's a weird video, people. It's like Spitgate all over again.
Yeah, it's hard to really make out what's happening.
People thought that Nicole Kidman said to Salma Hayek, "Don't touch me," which would be honestly iconic.
Yeah.
If Nicole Kidman was like, "Get your filthy paws off me."
Yeah.
But I don't think that's what happened.
No, I'm not quite sure. But they were at. So this was like the end of September. They were at. It was Paris Fashion Week. They were at the Balenciaga show. Another added element to this is they just look absolutely ridiculous in these Balenciaga outfits, and then like Katy Perry just rolls up behind them, just like the glasses. I mean, I
didn't know people were like back in Balenciaga.
They shouldn't be, but the celebrities, it's like, oh, what? Well, I forgot that even happened.
Like Balenciaga is not a brand in my brain any longer.
No, and you know what? I can finally admit I hate those handbags. Those bags, those bags are hideous, and they never were. People wore them because they were Balenciaga, but they were ugly bags.
Or what about those ugly little boot things?
Yeah, no.
The Balenciaga sneakers that everyone was wearing for a long time.
Yep. So they're at the show. It looked like Salma and Nicole were taking pictures, and then Nicole turned away, and one of the photographers was like, "Hey, one more, turn back. And Salma kind of went to physically like be like, hey, like turn back around. And it did seem like Nicole didn't really like that. I don't know. She just like, she didn't want to take another photo. They didn't take another photo. She kind of like greeted Katy Perry and then like walked away. And you can't really hear what they're saying. The only thing that you can hear them say is like, it sounds like Selma says, yes, advice, please. And then Nicole goes, you don't need it. And then she says, I do. And it just was very cold.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman sends
Ice Queen.
shivers down my spine.
But she is Ice Queen.
And
Absolutely Ice
we
Queen.
talked about this a ton. Like, I think she's so captivating on the screen.
She is.
In a beautifully haunting
In
way.
an Ice Queen way.
Yes. Now, what I took away from this video is
Elsa
that
from Frozen is Nicole Kidman.
speaking of Frozen, the rascals that live above me,
Oh, they're in a Frozen phase.
they sing "Let It Go" at 7 a.m. in the morning, and oh my
What a
god,
beautiful alarm clock.
it's and paired with the fact that I have a leak in my kitchen from them, and they had to cut open my ceiling.
Yeah.
It's just wide open right now. They got to patch it back up. It's a whole thing. These fucking kids or their parents keep turning their sink on when they were instructed, do not turn this sink on. Do not turn this sink on. Don't turn it on. There's a leak. Don't turn it on. And then we hear their footsteps, pitter patter, pitter patter. And then all of a sudden it starts leaking again.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're singing "Let It Go" and they're causing leaks all over the place. Anyways.
Oh my god, I wouldn't be the way I would march up there.
Oh, our landlord is freaking the fuck out. The super is freaking out. They're like, if they turn this fucking sink on one more time, we're shutting off their water.
Yeah.
Like they're like the fact that they go use the bathroom sink.
Right.
Stop turning on your kitchen sink. Oh, we just got puddles and puddles in the middle of our kitchen right now. It's crazy. Anyways,
the disrespect.
It's just disrespect. Go sing Frozen and stop touching the sink.
Yeah.
I'd rather you sing "Let It Go" at 7 a.m. than you continuously causing a leak. What I took away from this interaction between Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek was like, maybe Salma Hayek wanted to take a picture with Nicole Kidman. And Nicole Kidman was like, no more photographs. And Salma Hayek was like, I need it. And Nicole Kidman was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And then like, I need a picture with you. And Nicole Kidman's like, no, you don't. And then Salma Hayek then turns around and just starts taking a bunch of pictures with Katy Perry. Like maybe Salma Hayek felt like she really needed the photo op and Nicole Kidman felt like she didn't need the photo op. And that's where
it's bizarre. Just a weird interaction.
Salma Hayek looked
incredibly uncomfortable.
She looked scared.
Yeah. I'd be
Somehow heartbreak
to be honest,
feels good in a
I would be
place
too.
like
Yeah. I would be too. I would be too.
We come to this theater to laugh,
Yeah.
to cry.
for magic.
And Salma Hayek's like shivering with fear, to be afraid. Yeah.
But Salma Hayek, I just watched the video. She looked like she was kind of just like fine. Like she was like talking to Katy Perry, like smiling after. So
yeah, but in the
cameras.
moment, it looked like she was kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the cameras.
Yeah.
Bizarre interaction. Rumhaven is bringing you the chance to show off your Chicks in the Office pride with our giveaway. Go to rumhaven.com for official rules and enter for your chance to win a trip to Boston for our holiday spectacular. This is big, guys. You can win a chance, our sold out show in Boston, but you can win a chance to go to Boston for our holiday spectacular, or you can take home stylish Rumhaven and Chicks in the Office merch. Winners will be notified in early November, so enter now. Go to rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice/enter-now. That's how you enter the Rumhaven Chicks in the Office sweepstakes. You can also go to our Instagram page and we have directions up there. It's rumhaven.com/chicksintheoffice/enter-now to enter the sweepstakes, possibly win 2 tickets to our Boston Holiday Spectacular. Thanks to Rumhaven. We can't wait to see you there. Moving on, Taylor and Travis had themselves a lovely little New York City weekend.
Hot spots.
Yeah, they went to the corner store.
Seriously, like she must. They love going to the trendy places.
Which, of course, they're good.
Yeah.
The corner store. She went to Teresi, and people were eating
2
it up.
places I'm dying to go to.
Same. I really want to go to
Yeah,
both of those places, but they're probably going to be even harder now that they were just
no,
there.
exactly.
of
It
course.
was hard to get a reservation before the 2 of them went.
Yeah, now it's going to be quite impossible. But they had themselves some date nights. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds joined them at the corner store. Then the next night, it seemed like it was just the 2 of them. Now, I want to say something controversial yet so brave.
If it's about the outfits, go for it.
It's a long pause.
Yeah.
The outfits.
Hideous. I love her so much.
The outfits.
The gold velvet set was a crime.
Despicable.
A crime.
Truly despicable.
I love you, Taylor. I love you so
Taylor.
much.
Love Taylor. We support Taylor in everything she does. We
But
support this relationship through and through.
Oh, I couldn't be happier seeing them taking New York by a storm. But that gold velvet outfit was
seriously so bad. And I see people.
It's a bad gold color. It's so photograph well.
It's so bad, and I feel like the worst part is we have to keep reiterating how much we love Taylor and support Taylor, because we do, and I feel like we've made that very clear.
Fashion is objective.
It's objective, and it's objectively bad in this case because everybody. And I'm not saying I'm no fashion queen.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh my God, look at my out. No, that's not what I'm saying. But the people who are like, oh my God, Taylor's New York street style is off the charts. It couldn't be better. We don't have to lie.
I also totally just said fashion is objective, and I meant to say fashion is subjective. Just
and then I said it's objectively bad.
Right.
And subjectively bad.
Yeah.
Well, and people are just like,
that outfit may be objectively bad.
New York City street style queen. We don't have to do that. You know, we don't have to say that.
Yeah.
We don't.
That looked like it looked like an outfit that I would have wore at my 5-year-old
father-daughter
jazz routine dance recital.
It just was bad. It was really
not
bad.
Cute. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And look, like we said, I'm sure there's some people that are like, oh my God, amazing outfit. I think a lot of those people say those things just because it's Taylor Swift.
Kelly Keys probably ordered it.
Honestly, fair. And on Kelly, she would rock I could, there's a certain, it takes a certain type of person also to pull off a gold velvet set.
Leotard.
Yes. But I just could not. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was tough for the eyes. But really happy for them to be exploring New York City. They look happy as can be. I'm into Travis's look right now. I know that there's a lot of hate around what he looks like right now.
He's trying something new, and I like it as well.
Yeah, I'm not
growing his hair out.
Yeah.
There was one say where I literally thought, I said this in a group, that it was Aaron from Love Island with his haircut.
He did. His
he looked
hair,
exactly like him.
Oh my
he did,
God.
Honestly. His
Don't
hair,
say that.
No, his hair did look like Aaron from Love Island one day. I think it was the game.
It was like on a red car. Or maybe it was at him walking into the game.
I think it was him walking into the game.
I think I'm looking at the picture again. I think there's something about the heel, the shoe as well, just really
None of it matched.
Yeah.
None of it matched.
The glam was beautiful, though, I will say. Her hair and makeup.
Her hair and makeup always looks on point.
It really does.
The
her hair
outfit
looks
portion.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. I think he looks handsome. I like the vibe. I like the look he's going for right now.
So do I. I got no qualms.
Yeah. He's got a interesting change.
If only his fashion sense could rub off on Taylor.
No, though, because I wouldn't exactly say.
I think Taylor has
where he should be getting her fashion advice.
I think Taylor has always
from
dressed the way she wants to dress.
Yep.
And sometimes it's a hit, and sometimes it's a big miss.
Yeah.
But she must have a stylist, and she
I don't think she.
I don't know if she does.
She can't possibly have a stylist.
She must.
No, she.
No, I think
for shows and big events, she has a stylist. For her just New York City escapades,
she's just ordering stuff online.
There's literally no way she has a stylist for these events.
There's sometimes
for these just going out to dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is Taylor Swift's current stylist?
Put him on blast.
Joseph Cassell.
I don't feel like he's styling her for these date nights.
Yeah.
Then he should make that clear for his home brand.
I think he does maybe her red carpet looks and stuff.
Yeah.
And things like that.
I respect that though. just going off your own style and like not having a stylist just for going to dinner. Like you just wear. She's wearing what she wants to wear.
Yeah. Yep. And I actually like that more too. Like when celebrities, you're going out to dinner with your boyfriend, you don't look like you're headed to a red carpet every single time just to like be seen for 2 seconds when you walk from the car to the car to the restaurant. Like
I find it to be relatable.
Yeah, 100%.
Because sometimes I step out in a dinner outfit where I look at myself and go, what the fuck am I wearing?
Yeah.
And then I just head out the door.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is this outfit? And then I just keep on going.
There is something that is so fun, and fashion is so fun when you're like excited and you're getting ready to go on a date and you're looking forward to it and you're picking out your outfit and you're sending pictures to your friend. Like I just feel like Taylor loves to do those things where it's not just a stylist is sending a rack of clothes and is like, here's your Friday night date night outfit. Here's your Saturday date night outfit. Like maybe there's a little more fun to it.
It's so true. Picking out an outfit is like one of the most exciting parts about leaving your house.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I get to put on a little cute outfit and put on makeup. And sometimes you love your outfit walking out the door, and sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and go, I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to wear it anyway.
Once again, fashion is subjective.
It is. But we're not getting photographed from the car to the door like other people, so nobody would know that we wore really an atrocious outfit. But in her case, it was spotted. But I'm glad that they're taking New York City by storm. And then also,
Chiefs bye week, guys. Just everybody knows, just so you know, the football
Travis
fans don't freak out.
He's not slacking off. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were seen at a restaurant in New York City as well, so they're going strong.
They go to Little Charlie.
Yeah, they did.
Charlie's.
Yes.
Cute pizza.
Yeah, cute little pizza date. It's very Timothée to be wearing a sweatshirt with a hood on in a pizza place. It's like, well, Kylie is not wearing a hood, Timothée, so we know it's you guys. You know, you can just put your hood down at that point.
Yeah.
It's the Leonardo DiCaprio school.
He did go to the Leonardo.
100%.
Don't do superhero movies and don't do drugs.
Yep.
And wear your hoodie and a hat when you go out everywhere.
And make sure you look like you're hiding your identity, even though everyone knows it's you.
Yes, everyone knows you are Timothée.
Exactly.
But cute little New York City weekend.
I'm happy for them too that they're still going strong. You know, it's been a while.
It has been. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I loved seeing the clip of Kylie at Fashion Week with Pauline.
Yes, Timothy's sister. Sex Life of College Girls is coming back for the next season.
It was cute. They like had a little embrace.
Yeah,
Kylie
it's like, oh, she's in the fam.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
She is she Pauline or Paulina?
I think it's Paul. I mean, it can go either way. I was about to say Pauline, then I was about to say Paulina.
Right. Yeah, she just had a baby as well, Pauline.
Wow. How old is she?
32. I just looked. I thought she was younger.
She's older than Timothée.
She is. Yeah, she is one of the. She has one of those face. Like, I mean, it's runs in the family.
Baby face.
You know, they look younger than they are.
That is
which
such
is
a good point.
Great.
Yeah,
for getting older. But the two of them, really,
right?
You know, like I'm sure people look at Pauline and they're like, "Oh my God, what?" I thought she was like 22. So she also plays when you are known for a character that is in college.
Yeah,
people equate that to your real life.
They're
probably like, "What? She's 32."
Right. I did think she was like young 20s.
Yeah.
But that's so sweet that they're close like that.
November 21st, the show's back.
I'm excited. Renee
Same.
Rapp will be in like a handful of episodes, they said.
Yeah, I'm sad about that.
Yeah, I feel like she just had it's just one of those when you're in a series and there's always one that wants to be out of the series.
Right,
and I think that was Renee Rapp. So she'll be in a handful of episodes, but they'll have a new cast member. And I'm excited for the season. It's a great show.
It is.
Last topic, Joe Jonas was seen out with a mystery woman. He's still in the dating field. This isn't surprising at all.
No, not at all. I'm assuming he's having a lovely time out and about. They've been touring around Europe. They're postponed dates, you know.
Right.
And
because of the popcorn or because of the chocolates?
Yeah. Chocolates. The book. You know.
I can't believe the fucking book never came out. No, that seriously sticks with me. The fact that we went to that Broadway show where they read excerpts. Excerpts from the book. And they never released the fucking book.
I know.
2 people we're on to in this podcast: Chase Stokes and the fucking Jonas Brothers.
Yes. Where the fuck is that?
Give us the answers.
Yeah, I don't know. But they are, I'm sure he's living his best life right now. They're like, it's a beautiful time to just be traveling around Europe with your brothers and your pals, making new music now.
bros.
Oh my God, this reminded me, I did want to bring this up because people are also like eyebrow raise about his new album was supposed to come out the end of this week. Shawn Mendes' new album was supposed to come out at the end of this week. They both delayed their albums.
They both moved it, and now everyone's thinking it's because Harry Styles is putting out music.
Yes, there was also some Taylor Swift talk as well because it's the first night she's back on tour.
Yeah, so people are thinking either Harry Styles or Taylor Swift are putting out music this Friday because both Shawn Mendes and Joe Jonas moved their albums. They don't want to be stuck in the crosshairs.
Right. You know what is really disappointing? That could actually be the reason, and people are like, oh, you got to be kidding me. People also think, which I think is a stretch because I think it's just one song. I think it's just a single. But Morgan Wallen has a new song.
You think they would
October
move?
18th?
You think they
No,
would
I
move both
think
for
that's
Morgan
I don't
Wallen?
think so.
I think
and also just for a song, not like a whole album.
Well, maybe Harry and Morgan are both releasing one song, and then they're like, we don't want to.
Right, the singles are adding up.
Or maybe Joe and Shawn didn't want to release on the same day, and they both said, all right, fuck it, we'll both move instead of just one of them.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was very interesting that they didn't really say. Did they say when they're gonna come out?
No. They didn't announce.
Like there was
new
not
dates.
like a new date. That's so interesting.
I feel like it could be there's somebody releasing music, or it could be that they both didn't want to release on the same day, but one of them didn't want to give up the spot and the other one move it. So they're like, all right, fuck it, we'll both move it.
Right. Maybe it was just a Joe and Shawn thing,
or maybe a huge coincidence on both their parts.
But it's so interesting
that
they're
they're both not ready.
Right, or like that they would wait this long to do it. You know,
right.
Instead of like they've known they've had this date set for the new album for a while, so why would it be only like less than a month before? Both of them would be like,
maybe they both got cold feet.
They just got nervous.
I'm scared.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they're just nervous.
I mean, Joe did say that he said the album's going to come out later now because I'm flooded with inspo. I want to add some final touches, and he put out one of the singles on October 4th. So I don't know, maybe, but
maybe
that's
Joe,
it raised a lot of eyebrows for sure that they both did that.
Yeah, maybe Joe going on dates with this mystery woman, she's sparking some inspiration. He goes, wait, hold up, I might have another song.
Right, he is living a lot of life right now. They've also been all over my TikTok because they've been doing covers on all these tour stops, which has been so great. And Joe really is chronically online, and I give him credit for that in an admirable way, because a lot of the times the videos that I'm seeing, it's because Joe has reposted them on TikTok himself of him singing covers, which I'm like, love this.
Yeah, he sang Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, he did.
By Addison Rae.
He did, and it was great.
Yeah. Which is a banger.
The other night they did Shallow with Mimi Webb, and there's just it's just great. Honestly, I had a friend DM me last week. I was cracking up because she's like not clued in as much with the, especially, I mean, like Jonas Brothers, just like not her vibe. She was like, I'm in a cafe in Copenhagen right now, and I'm pretty sure a Jonas Brother just sat at the bar across from me. And I was like, she was like, shaved head. I'm like, holy shit, it's Nick.
That shaved
like, God
head.
damn it. She's like, the one with the shaved head. I'm like, yeah, that's Nick.
Ah, fuck.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just there. They feel like they're just really enjoying their
European
their
vacay.
little their time over there, doing some shows. Like I said, I'm seeing all the covers on TikTok, which I'm loving. They're great. Joe's voice is just fantastic. And he is in his, single guy era right now, and everybody's kind of loving it. It's funny because the way TikTok is with the comments, and everyone's got to be like, we love Sophie, we love, but it's like the way people have to comment, being like love my girl Sophie, but I have to say, like, Joe's looking great right now. It's like you don't have, like, it's fine.
Sophie Turner doesn't
They broke
care
up.
if you think Joe Jonas is hot.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
not
it's cool.
You're
It's
not
fine.
friends with Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
So you could say Joe Jonas
Right.
is hot.
We could object.
You're not.
Like, you could just admit that video, you liked what you saw.
Right. It's not like it's your best friend's ex-husband and you're like, oh my God, he's so fucking hot. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't know her. It's okay.
Yeah.
The internet. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Sometimes I seriously, like, I took some time off my phone this weekend and it was really lovely. I muted like all my texts and everything. And I just was like, God, I just need to not look at my phone or look online at what some people are saying. Like, about everybody. It's like, what do you mean you love Sophie but you have to say Jonas? Just say he looks good.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yep.
Oh God.
Because he is looking good.
He is, and that's all right. Sorry, Sophie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, that wraps up the topics.
The weekly watch report is presented by Coors Light. When life gets hectic this season, choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Traffic too jammed? Head to happy hour with friends instead and then reach for a Coors Light. Sun setting too early for your outdoor plans? Hit up a local trivia night and enjoy a Coors Light. When the mountains turns blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. The fall events are here and we are ready for them all weekend. You know, we got baseball playoffs, we got football on, so much relaxing, hanging out. Maybe you're at the bar, maybe you're at home, but make sure your fridge is stocked with Coors Light so you have all these fun fall moments ready to go, ready to pair with Coors Light. Fall feels good when you choose chill and then reach for a Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/chicks. And always celebrate responsibly from Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday. Weekly watch report on Monday.
I missed the jingle.
Did you?
Yeah,
There was a remix when you were gone.
Yeah, Roan did like because,
Oh, what?
which is so funny.
A Roan remix?
It was subtle. I actually feel like I forgot to mention this when Roan was on, that Roan is like one of the world's best battle rappers.
Right.
So I feel like people
That's what I'm
watched
saying, I'm honored.
like people watched Roan talk about Bravo for an hour and a half, and then I never mentioned that he's one of the world's best battle rappers. That then we told the rest of our team that after we like Roan's one of the best battle rappers, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah.
They were
You
like,
just hear this guy talk about Real Housewives for an hour and a half, and then afterwards they're like, "Oh, he's the best battle rapper in the world." by the
yeah, and
way."
then you go watch him online,
Honestly,
eviscerate people with
yeah,
his words.
Renaissance man.
He is. That's why he's so good at his words,
Yeah.
though. But yeah, there was a little remix there. But let's get into the things we watched this week. I'm very excited about two things in particular.
Okay.
I finally watched Blink twice. I rented it. The Channing Tatum.
You can rent it now?
You can rent
good.
it.
I'm going to do that.
You can rent it on Amazon Prime. It's the Channing Tatum movie that he stars in, directed by Zoe Kravitz, and it's about abuse of power. A man who just has abuse of power. It was one of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen.
Damn.
It was really good. It was really good. Powerful
Gotta
messaging.
watch it.
I think it had a lot, like, very powerful message in there. And I don't want to spoil it because it's like a psychological thriller.
Right.
Almost. Or not almost, it is. And it really makes you think, because once everything it's one of those movies where it like
Once it all comes
once
together.
it all comes together, you're like, what? And so that moment watching it, when I was like, what? My brain exploded.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm glad we watched it in the comfort of our own home rather than the theater.
Did this hit harder than Don't Worry Darling's like twist for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because that's what I was like, this is what I feel like they were like going
Yeah.
for.
This is,
And this
I
has hit
was
so much
not
better.
expecting this at all.
Yeah.
Like, my mind was blown.
This
So
made me excited to watch
no,
it.
you have
Yeah,
to watch.
yeah.
I have chills talking about it. ending, I don't want to spoil anything. I wasn't so crazy about the ending. I didn't hate the ending. What did you think?
It's hard to.
Right, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just say this. I didn't hate the ending, but I wasn't obsessed with the very ending.
I'm trying to think. Like, I don't even know if
I guess I just wanted more about other characters that because I didn't hate where it ended, but I was like yearning for more about other characters. So I'll leave it at that. But damn, I'll give this an A-.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up because I was having trouble.
You know what? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I liked it, but there's.
They wrapped it up.
They wrapped it up. I'm just yearning for more about other things. Yeah. I'll give it an A-. I thought it was really good, especially Zoe Kravitz, her first. It's her debut. Channing Tatum was really good. Like,
good for him.
He put on a performance because you see Channing Tatum and Magic Mike stuff, but you don't usually see him in a role like this.
Yeah, I mean the last movie I think I watched with Channing Tatum was the one with Sandra Bullock, where he's just like, it's not a crazy act.
No, he was
job.
He was really good, and like I mentioned, there's a lot of powerful messaging beneath all of this about men and abuse of power, and I thought it was really interesting. So I'll give that an A-. And I skimmed it again the next morning because I wanted to go back and watch like from the beginning to pick up on things, which I feel like with this movie you sort of have to do. You got to give it. You got to give it a second watch. Yep. Not for you miss, and then you're watching. You're like, oh my god. So yeah, I'll give that an A-. I thought it was really good. I watched Outer Banks episodes 1 through 5. They're doing a little split up, 5 episodes, and then in a couple weeks from now, the next 5 will come out. I liked it. It's the same old. They get into some trouble. Oh no, Shoop's coming, and then they get out of it. Like it's Outer Banks. It gives but it gives me a nice feeling while I watch it because it's like a comfort show to me. Outer Banks. I'll give it a B.
I haven't watched yet. I have to watch.
I'll give 1 through 5 a B.
Yeah.
Some episodes or parts I was really interested. Some I was lost a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a B.
Only 5 episodes, right?
Only 5 episodes are out.
2 freaking parts.
This one I'm super excited about. I started Veep.
Hey.
Wow. Love.
So good.
It's the best.
Love.
It's so good.
No. Fucking love. And the worst part was we started it late last night. Late Sunday night.
You were just like up
after football ended.
But next episode.
No. It was after football ended. We got into bed and Matt was like, "What do you want? You want to put on the usual, whatever?" And I was like, "No, I want to put on something different." I was like, "You know what? We were going HBO Max. I said, I want to do Veep. Let's do it." I was fucking hooked and I couldn't sleep until like fucking 1:30, 2 in the morning because I just wanted to keep watching the episodes. So good. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is just, she's incredible.
Selena Meyer is just an all-time.
Also, like the side characters too are just so good.
The side character. I mean, Sasha.
I was gonna say that's
Jonah. Yeah.
He kind of is like the same guy too.
Yeah, no, he was it's so good. I'm so happy I started it. I'm like itching. I'm pissed.
And it's so easy to watch too. It's like 30-minute episodes.
No, it's so quick, but I'm so pissed because
Gary also the best.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Fucking the Yankees play tonight, so Matt has to stream and you Tuesday
agreed,
night, and I'm like, when are we gonna watch?
you agreed to.
We started it together, so I don't want to just like go ahead.
And has he ever seen it?
No.
Then yeah,
you
like
can't. We're both watching.
You're doing it together.
We both woke up this morning like, damn, that show's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah.
I don't know how many.
How many episodes did you watch?
I want to say 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5, maybe.
They're quick too.
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah.
I don't have cable, but I hear that it's like just because of election season and everything, it's like running nonstop.
Yeah, and it's so fucking funny.
It is.
It's so good. So I'll give that a solid A. I was hooked like right off the bat. So I was really excited to talk about that one because I know you guys have both watched and I never have. So excited to continue watching that, but who knows if I'll be able to watch tonight and tomorrow. Love is Blind. It fell off for me.
Same.
Yeah, these episodes were not that good. I watched them too.
Yeah, it fell off for me. It's just, why aren't we seeing the most dramatic couple in Mexico? Like, what happened? Like, we never even got the answer of what happened with Leo and Brittany.
Right. I was gonna say there is that's like a production element that I think they dropped the ball on a little bit, and then they use the two of them to promote the reunion, because it's like, you can't make the pod episodes so centered around them and then say, oh, we actually didn't send them to Mexico, so now here's the other couples that we didn't really focus on as much, so you're just like not as invested into these other couples, and you're kind of like, well, wait a second. And then Love is Blind has got to figure it out with the like when the cameras are off and shit happens, and then they talk about it on camera. We need background. We need more details. We need context. Like, we're watching like multiple conversations where they're just re-talking about things they've already talked about. So you're like, well, what the fuck actually happened?
Yeah.
I had to rewind. I thought I missed something.
This is a bad season. This is a bad season.
And I'm gonna blank on all their names, but the Stephen and Monica one, where she was like, you're texting your fetishes with your sleep tests, and I'm watching it like, I'm sorry, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, did she go through his phone? Did he give her his phone? Like, how did she even see these messages? All of a sudden they were just breaking up because he's a dirty, dirty dog. and we have no context as to what happened. It is just over.
Yeah, it's very confusing. I think that they've dropped the ball on this season. Not everyone's gonna be an A+.
Yeah.
But this one, I'm gonna give like a C.
That's fair.
I'll give it a C.
That's fair. And then there's also the other couple with the sperm donor, and now he's got 3 kids.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's coming out in the tabloids is that, like, he does have kids, and there's all these pictures, and you're like, well, wait a sec, like, does he have 6 kids or these 3 other kids? It's like, are those his friends' kids that he's a sperm donor of, but he has a relationship with those kids? I don't know. It's all very confusing.
It seems like the drama off screen is more than what we're getting on the show.
Right, which
like
always
the
happens.
backlash, or not backlash, but the aftermath. So yeah, I'll give that a C. And I think that is all I watched. I think I'm missing some stuff, but
it's fine. I'll give the new episodes of Love is Blind a C as well. The pods were good, like 1 through 6.
The pods were really
was
good.
Like a B+ to me. Because I was watching them all the way through as well. But yeah, it's interesting. I will say the one thing that was actually felt real and made me tear up a little bit was Alex's dad.
Oh, same.
When he read that letter that he wrote to Alex's dad in the pod, and he, oh my God, that's just, I was like, oh my God, that's actually so sweet. I don't think those two are gonna make it.
Yeah.
But that moment was very sweet. I honestly, like, the only one that I think I'm actually rooting for are Garrett and Taylor. I just feel like those two nerds can make it work, but we shall see.
Right.
I see everybody talking about Garrett's glow up, that they're like, that's a woman's touch. Like, they must still be together. Who knows? Well, we shall see. But yeah. And then like the Rams and Marissa with the army, the military stuff. I'm like, this is like making me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, if you like decide to go back to the military,
sucks.
I divorce you. I'm like, what? Wait, what? What's happening right now? And then the condom thing. He's like, well, God, it's not as good. Like, I'm like, all right, now you've really lost me. The whole men, like, oh, like, babe, you really got to figure out your birth control thing because condoms are uncomfortable.
There's nothing more.
Yeah, Mr. Like, I'm so in touch with my feelings. And I'm so sensitive.
When guys are like, oh, it's just not comfortable.
And then that you're, like, please spare me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the Steve and Monica thing was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Sitting on that couch, I'm like, I'm sorry, what is happening? What text? Also, like, sleep tests. Why did he go to a sleep test? You like who's like, I don't know. Real bizarre.
Is he have sleep apnea?
Yeah, like really bizarre. I'll just grade Nobody Wants This because I didn't get a chance. I know we talked about it, but Nobody Wants This was an A for me. Just
solid.
So good. Really, really liked it. And then I have a bunch of other stuff I have to jump into that I have. Like all I've wanted to do is sit on my couch and watch TV, you know? And I just haven't had that time. And even when we were going to DC for the wedding, I was like, I'm on the train. I'm on my iPad watching TV, but like I don't want to watch those shows. Like I'm so behind on Tell Me Lies.
Oh, I watched Tell Me Lies.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
That reminded me.
Yes, like I'm so behind on Tell Me Lies. I'm like, that's why I didn't even want to bring it up because I don't want any spoilers.
Okay,
Oh,
wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to talk about.
Okay,
I will absolutely be catching up this week.
Okay, I'll grade Tell Me Lies.
This week. Yeah.
A.
Shit. Oh my god, I'm watching tonight.
I was like, are you fucking kidding
This
me?
episode was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This episode was
Guys, I'm sorry that you guys can't talk about it.
No, it's fine. But what the fuck? What the fuck? I have to give it an A just for the what the fuck factor of what they're all so.
What episode was this? Like
7. 8 is the finale. Next week's the finale.
Okay. All right. I'll be back.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? I'm sorry, I can't believe I can't talk about it.
No,
but
I
what
know
the fuck is wrong with these characters?
Writers are sick fucks. I will say.
They're sick, and these characters are sick and twisted.
The way I have been dodging people's Instagram stories posting about Tell Me Lies, like if I see just one like face of a character, I'm like I like throw my phone before I can even like maybe make out one or two words that's been written on the screen because I just don't want. But like that's a show I was like, I'm not gonna watch this on the I need to be in the proper setting.
You can't watch this episode on public.
I also felt that way as well. And
there really are. There's no one to root for. Like they all are terrible people.
I think that's the beauty of the show, though.
But like they're getting worse.
They're getting worse and worse. I think the only one that's like. No, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I think there's one character that's like really not like the others.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, guys, it's tough. Sorry, guys.
Chicks in the Office is sponsored by BetterHelp. Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them. Because sometimes the scariest thing is not facing our fears in the first place and holding ourselves back. If you're thinking of starting therapy, you can give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. BetterHelp can be helpful in finding positive coping skills and how to set boundaries, and also empowering you to be the best version of yourself. And it's for everybody. You could do it online. You don't have to go anywhere. It's entirely online. And like I said, you just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So you can overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office. Once again, visit BetterHelp.com/office today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/office.
I know you guys are all waiting with bated breath to know that what I did watch on the show was catching up on Chicago shows because brand new season, they're all back. I missed 3 weeks, so I watched the first 2 episodes of each, Fire, Med, and PD, and I watched them in order as they air on television from the 8 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Nice
slot, of course. Chicago Med losing me a little bit. They're bringing in some new, you know who they brought in? Paxton Hall Yoshida.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm happy he got another role.
Yeah, his new job, you know? Happy for him. He's seems to be a new season regular. I don't see like the off-season like news and castings and stuff, so when I watch the premiere, I'm like,
Paxton Hall Yoshida.
This person's making it onto the show or whatever, and there's always new people. So Chicago Med, I'll give a C. I'm like not like in love with any of the characters right now. The original cast I like so much more with these, and then so many of those doctors have left, which is, you know, tough. Chicago Fire as well has changed a lot, and they've also brought in some new characters that I'm like, interesting. Dermot Mulroney, the dad from I mean, he's in so many things, like, you know, all the rom-coms and whatnot, but we just watched him in Anyone But You. and he's new fire captain. Didn't know that was happening either. So Chicago Fire, I'll give like a B-. It was fine. Chicago PD started out hot, real hot. Pulled me right in. Cliffhanger end of the first episode. That I'll give a B. It was
nice,
better than Chicago Med and Fire, I will say. And yeah, that's it for me.
I have a question. Have you guys seen the promo for Dr. Odyssey on ABC?
Yes.
No.
God, it looks terrible.
And I almost
Wait, is Dr. Odyssey the one with the guy from Heroes?
I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is I keep going to press play. I'm almost there every time because it's on Hulu on the front page, Dr. Odyssey, and it's an ABC show.
Yeah.
And it's always on the front page.
Oh, no. Dr. Odyssey is the one with Joshua Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the one with...
Max is the new onboard doctor for a luxury cruise ship where the small but mighty medical team navigate unique medical crises and each other miles from shore.
Honestly, it sounds like something I would be so on
no,
board
like,
for.
I'm literally like, every time I go, I'm like, should I fucking watch this? Like, every time I'm like, I'm right there. I'm like, at Dr. Odyssey, the promo is pulling me in.
Yeah. No, Brilliant Minds is the one I'm thinking of.
And that's
the other one that keeps showing
and
commercials
this is
for
always
with
the
Zachary
promo,
Quinto.
and it's this big deck energy, and it's him like off. I think I'm like, should I watch this?
The ABC dramas, man, they really are
They
something.
pull you in. They
really are something. There's one there. There's also a new. I don't even know. It might be on Fox. That's like a new rescue show, and it's with the it's with the girl from Aquamarine, who's been in like
Sarah Paxton.
No. The
Ariel.
Yes.
Cabell.
Yes. She's in it's like a new Rescue High Surf. It's like a more beachy, but I think it's also maybe Hawaii, but it's like in that new the Fox 911, all that that whole universe, because she was in those shows as well. And the guy from Sex Life, the Australian guy, he's in it as well.
Wow.
Rescue High Surf. I don't know if I'll be dabbling into that one. How many can I watch? I guess I could watch all of them.
Right,
I really am almost there.
Right, exactly. No, what did you watch?
Okay, I watched Tell Me Lies, like we talked about. I'll give it a B+, just because, I mean, it's good, but this one pissed me off because I'm just like, are we really, we're going this route?
Yeah.
I'm like, don't say anything.
The Penguin, episode 3, really good. I highly recommend this show. Like,
this is the Colin Farrell one, right?
Yeah. Like, just really, he's so good.
So I went to go start it the other night, but then I just felt like I can't start. So actually, I can't start a show like this too late at night because I will fall asleep. Like when I'm paying deep attention, I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
So last night when we chose Veep, we almost went with the Penguin. And then I was like, no, once again, it was like too late for me.
Right. Well, it's such a different vibe.
Yeah.
To like started. That's a way
I'm like,
more,
if I start this at
way
11
more
o'clock at
serious
night,
show.
like I'm gonna fall
Penguin
asleep.
also seems like a show where just the lighting is dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like one of those ones that's just it's already dark. It's dark. It's late at night. Like it's dark. Everything's dark.
Speaking of dark lighting, Tell Me Lies.
I saw people.
They need to brighten the show.
I can't see anything.
I can't see
you
a
have to watch it at
damn
night and you
thing.
still can't see it.
No,
It's like the end of Game of Thrones.
No, you
when people were
literally
like, I can't literally
thought my
You
TV
can't
was
see
broken.
anything. You can't watch the show in the daytime, and you could barely watch it at night. They need to fucking lighten the show. It's so hard to watch.
Turn the brightness up.
They have to. And Outer Banks, it's just orange all the time.
Really?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, that's a.
They have the sepia. They have the
that's their
sepia
creative
filter on it.
choice.
So yeah, I'll give Tell Me Lies a B+. And the Penguin is so fucking good though. I think he's gonna be like nominated for awards for this.
Yeah.
And it's just
quite
I
the
was saying
transformation.
like when you weren't here, but like it reminds me so much of The Sopranos. Like he reminds me so much. There's so many similarities of like he's trying to be like a father figure to this kid, and then like his mom's like kind of crazy, and like there's a lot of like funny lighthearted moments in between like the ruthless murders and stuff. And I'm trying to pitch it to people like my dad and other people who hear Batman and they're like, I don't want to watch a superhero show.
Right.
You wouldn't even know.
Right.
So I'll give that an A-. Love Is Blind, give it a C+. Like, it was okay. I saw...
You rated it higher than me and Fran.
What did you give it?
C.
Oh. I mean, it's still, like, somewhat... Because, like, some of them are just so hateable. I have to say, I don't know. What are your guys' feelings on Hannah? I really don't like her.
Yeah, she's not my cup of tea.
I don't particularly like any of them.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like she's just like trying to... There's some people that go on reality TV and act like they're on reality TV, and that's how I find her to be like trying to like play it up for like being on TV. Like
her, I don't like,
and she hates him. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I don't really like. I honestly forgot about them as a pairing.
Her parents were literally like, "Why do you look so mad?" Like at the table.
She talks to him, and I get it because he does. I mean, granted, he does seem like an idiot, but she talks to him like an idiot.
What did he do?
You even know what stocks are?
Yeah. Wait, what did he do? Which was like actually,
couldn't boil pasta.
Yeah, come on, I can boil pasta.
Yeah.
I
mean,
he
he
looked
lives
for something
like,
in the fridge that was like that would never be in the fridge.
I mean, it just gets worse and worse for him because it's like, oh, let's go see where you live, parents' basement. Like, you know, it's just and then she just keeps treating him like a toddler, literally. And it's like, you're not like, clearly you're not in love with him. You don't want to have sex with somebody you are treating like a toddler. Sorry, you're not like, you're not sexually
it's the biggest turn off of all time
to the guy that you're sitting at the table being like, do you even know what stocks are?
Right. And now like all of a sudden you're running into the bedroom. No, you're like looking at them like I'm like your mother.
I don't like Alexandra either. I'll say that. I don't like Alexandra, Hannah, or Ramsey. Those are my 3 least favorite people. But I'll give it, C+. It's still entertaining at some points. And then I've watched the first 2 episodes of Starting 5, the NBA behind the scenes thing on Netflix.
That's like
where it follows 5 NBA players all of last season. So it'll end with, that's the best part about this is that it will end, I'm a Celtics fan, so it'll end with Jason Tatum winning the finals.
Right. Who were the 5 players?
It's Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Tatum, Sabonis, and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's funny because like he's just a funny guy. LeBron, you can tell he's like he wanted to do this because he's really playing it up for the cameras. Like he does like Jim Halper moments where he's like
Tuesday.
Looks at the camera like directly, and I'm like, this guy loves being in front of the camera.
He does.
But it's cool to see Tatum. I'll give that a B-. Like it's very corny. Like it's not the most well done show I've ever watched. It's kind of corny at points, but it's good. It could use Liev Schreiber as the narrator.
Yeah.
That would bump it
Every
up.
show could use his voice.
But that's all I watched.
All right. Well, that's everything we watched this week. A good weekend of watching things. And man, I'm excited for this Tell Me Lies finale. Woof. I can't believe it's the finale, though. Like, why not give us 10? Why 8?
I know. 8 is such a...
Is it renewed for season 3 yet or not? Or...
I mean, it's going to be. Yeah.
I don't think it has publicly been announced, but
I saw
I'm
the
sure
Outer
it will.
Banks cast talking about that they think that there should be another season.
I think there is going to be because I don't think it wraps up this season. I think they need probably one more.
I would have thought that like they're like Matt Klein and Chase, like they would have been like, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they probably want to wrap it up to like in a way where it's like get out ahead of it that it's the last season. You know, like you kind of with a show like that, I feel like you need to know ahead of time that it's going to be the last season, even just like for the sake of the writers, because they pull all this crazy shit and then they always like love to end on a cliffhanger where it's like, okay, all the fans will be happier if you just like go into a 5th season being like, this is going to be the final season, and then they wrap it up nicely, and then all the cast can be like, that's the end of Outer Banks, you know?
And they promote it like it's the last season. I think they need to do that. They can't just be like, that's it. People will be very upset.
Yeah.
So I think they'll probably do at least one more. All right, that's everything we watched. That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing Monday, the rest of your week, and we will talk to you on Wednesday.